Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, Earth Angel Tarot. And in today's Isis Unveil reading, we will be looking at messages from your angels. Okay, so this is going to be an angels messages reading. Okay, so these are the three cards that wanted to come out for this reading. So go ahead, take a look and see which one of these images calls out to you the most. And as usual, I will put the image up again for a couple more seconds. And whichever image you feel mostly drawn to, that will be the pile that will have messages in it for you. All right. So happy picking. Hello to those of you who chose pile number one. So this is your image. All right. And the message is Spirit of Isis. All right. And it says, Beloved initiates, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Let her inspire you. Believe. All right. And so, what I'm getting from this pile number one is for some of you to not give up on your dreams. Okay. Whatever it is that you're aspiring to do, um, you are being called to not give up on it, even when times seem tough or when you can't see the full road ahead. You are still being called to push through, to persevere. Okay, I'm picking up Nine of Wands energy with this. So to never surrender, okay? Even when those roadblocks get put in your path, even when things don't seem as if they are going to give you the outcome that you desire, your angels want you to persevere, to push through and persevere, is what I'm getting, okay? So some of you are, I'm getting feeling a little hopeless, feeling a little faithful bliss, if that's a word, or let's just say having a lack of faith right at this time. And you're being called to not give up, okay, to not surrender. So whatever it is that you're desiring to do, whatever ambitions that you have, I know this is a new year and a lot of us want to start new tasks, new projects, new journeys, and you are being called to push through with whatever it is that you are desiring to do for this year and going forward. All right. So that is the message that has come through with the Spirit of Isis card. All right. Also, I'm being called to point out that in the Spirit of Isis card, you're being called as the beloved initiate. All right. So what that may mean for you is that you are being purposely put through tests. You are purposely being put through trials, okay, to see if you are able to persevere through them before you can move on to the next step or the next phase of your life. So this is a test of faith for you. All right. And this is another reason why I felt the Nine of Wands energy come through with this, because the Nine of Wands is a test of faith card in the tarot for me personally. All right. So some of you are being initiated into something, and it's an initiation from the spirit team, okay, from the spirit realm. All right. They want to see how far you're willing to go, how hard you're willing to push yourself. All right. And wanting to be able to see that you won't throw in that towel. Okay. So that was also called for me to speak on. All right. But now we'll go ahead and take a look at what pre pulled oracle messages came out for you. Um, we are going to start with the angel number message, because this is an angel messages reading. All right. And so you guys have 777. All right. Lucky 777. And it says, I am in the flow. Okay. And the card reads, Your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose, a state of peace and calmness in your soul. All right. And with this, I'm also picking up getting over the hump. All right. This is a time, the time period for you guys to get over whatever humps. And like I was mentioning earlier, whatever roadblocks have been put in your path. All right. So that you can continue to be in the flow with what Spirit has in store and in place for you. All right. So we'll just put this right at the top. And some of you may be seeing triple sevens. Okay. Um, if so, take that as a sign that that is your angels communicating with you. All right. Take that as a sign that your angels are communicating with you whenever you see this number pop up, 777. All right. And I'm also getting the number 7 maybe in some of you all's birth date as well. All right. Okay. So let's see what else we have for you guys. And it says, your path is more difficult because your calling is higher. Make it happen. Shock everyone. Yes. So this ties in perfectly to what I was feeling with the 9 of Wands energy and with you being called to not surrender. Okay. And with things being put on your path that is to cause you to push forward. Okay. Meaning that things are not going to be given to you so easily. All right. Because this is a trial for you. This is a test run for you. Spirit wants to know that you are capable. Okay, you are capable of proving yourself wrong, being your ego, and that you are capable of proving everyone else wrong. Look at this. Make it happen. Shock everyone. All right. So the trials and tests. So this is why your life may be or has been or may currently be difficult. Pile number one. Okay. And this is because you have a higher calling. Like I was saying, some of you may be going through obstacles right now. There may be roadblocks set in your way, okay, of whatever it is that you're trying to do. The test is perseverance. Pile number one. Okay, the test is perseverance. As look at in this card here, it's like this person is standing on stage in front of everyone as if he's saying like, voila, look, I made it happen. I'm picking up the magician energy here, right? It's like using those tools and resources that you have to push through when all else feels like it's impossible. All right. Your angels are saying, make it happen. All right. And this is ties in perfectly to what I was feeling. Like they want to see you prevail. Okay. But they want to see you prevail in a way where nothing's given or handed to you. They want to see you prevail in a way where you worked hard for it. Okay. And you didn't throw in the towel and you didn't give up. Okay. Let's see what else we have. And it says all human behavior, okay, is either love or a call of love. So I'm getting whatever you're doing, do it from a place of love. All right. Do it from a place of love, pile number one. Okay. So it's not necessarily to whatever ambitions that you have, whatever you're aspiring to do it because you want to do it. Okay. And not necessarily to prove anyone wrong, but in a way where you're justifying what it is that you want out of life. Okay. And how you are able to do that, how any of us are able to do that is when we do it from a place of love, right? Because it's going to be a soul fulfillment for ourselves. Okay, and this is what's going to open up more opportunities for you when you realize you're doing it from a place of passion, when you're doing it from a place of love, when you're doing it from a place that is not based on how others perceive it. All right. Because you have that strong desire and that strong will to do so that you can be in the flow of what the universe has to offer you. All right. And look at this. We have expect miracles. What did I say before I even read this card? This is what I'm saying for you, pal number one. Your spirit team, your angels, they want to see that you are able to prevail. They want to see that you are able to push through whatever difficult time that you all may be going through, whatever challenge, whatever obstacle that you all may be going through. They want to see that you are able to push through that, okay? Because then once you do, it opens up the doors for manifestation. Okay, it opens up the doors for miracles. It's almost like being rewarded, okay? Being rewarded by your spirit team is them saying, great job, we knew you can do it, now look what we have for you. Okay, so when you're in that mind state of wanting to give up, or not having enough faith or believing in yourself, and as far as being able to do whatever it is that you want to do or you aspire to do in life, then there's no reward for that, because you're not putting in the effort in order to actually see a manifestation come through, right? You can't I'm getting the analogy of like fishing. Like if you can't expect to catch a fish without actually going fishing, right? Unless you're going to go to the store and buy one. But if you're actually aspiring to want to know, not saying that this is, like I say, like an analogy, but if you wanted to catch a fish, you have to go and equip yourself with the right tools and equipment and put yourself in that space, in that scenario, to catch that fish. It's not gonna flop up to you, right? You have to put in the work to get it. So, same scenario with what you want in life. Whatever you want in life, you can't expect it to come to you unless you're putting in the work for it. And when you put in the work for it, is when your spirit team, your angels, your ancestors, your guides, they come through as sort of a pat on the back to say, "Good job, we're watching you. Now we can proceed forward." Okay, now we can move forward. There's always little breadcrumbs on our path. There's always going to be difficulties on our path. The aim and the goal is to follow those breadcrumbs and to remove those obstacles. Okay, so expect miracles says, embrace a daily practice of acknowledging the blessings that surround you. Gratitude opens the door to abundance and invites more miracles into your life. All right. And this also, I'm getting, is tying in with the all human behavior is either love or a call for love. All right. Because part of soul progression or moving forward is being grateful for the things that you have at this time. Of course, we all know, well, I'm not going to say all, but most of us, we do aspire to have more, to do more, right? And so but it starts with acknowledging the things that we have now, being grateful for those things that we have now, because that too is going to put us more in sync and more in flow with what the universe wants us to have. Okay. So once you open yourself up to that channel, to that vibration of expected miracles through putting in the work and doing the work, this is when your spirit team will be there to help guide. Not they're I'm not going to even say that, because they're always there to help guide you. But this is when you're going to notice that they're there help guiding you. Okay, because it's I'm not of one's energy. This, you guys are the spirit of Isis, the beloved initiate. You guys are being put through a test run. All right, is what I'm getting, to see if you're ready for the next chapter of your life. All right, and we have divine magic. All right, and that is number 19, and it says wishes, goals, dreams, accomplishments. All right. And what I just got from that is that they want you to know that all of this is at your beck and call. With divine magic and expect miracles, this is all at your beck and call, meaning that it's not far stretch, right? It's not something that you can just dream about or fantasize about and let it be that. They want you to know that it is at the palm of your hands, all right? And this is through you being able to open yourself up to receive the assistance, to receive the help. Okay, to help to channel in those messages from your spirit team when in need. All right. Whatever challenge or whatever obstacle that some of you may be experiencing, or some, I'm getting stuck at a rut. Some of you may be stuck at a rut with a choice or decision that has to make. They are at your beck and call. Okay, it's what they're saying. They're at your beck and call. So if you need assistance with whatever it is that you feel like is standing in your way, or whatever it is that is blocking you, they want you to call on them. And when you call on them, you're going to be surprised, because we have the expect miracles. You'll be surprised at the answers that you receive. All right. But it's all, and this is they're saying that this is what you are actually meant to do at this time, so that you can be in the flow, because they know that there are blockages there. They know that there are things in your path right now. All right. But they want to make sure that you're not going to throw in the towel. They want you to open yourself up to receive. All right. It's what I'm getting. Open yourself up to receive, so that you can be in the flow. All right. And then you have peace. All right. And it says connected, journey, balanced, and clearing. All right. And with this card, one of the things I'm picking up, because I noticed all the chakras here, some of you may need some chakra clearing or cleansing. All right. Some of you may have um, blocked chakras. Okay. So meditations or different chakra meditations could be good for that, depending on where the blockage is, or even if you just want to read up on or research more on chakras. That normally is a blocked. When they're blocked, it doesn't allow the energy channel to come through for us to have the connection, okay, to source. All right. But that is for some of you, and I was being called out to that because of the chakra alignment here in this photo. All right. But ultimately, with this peace card coming up, this is where you're headed. All right. This is where you're headed, pal number one. All right. To being balanced, to being connected. All right. To clearing out the rubbish. All right. Getting rid of the junk in your life that is blocking you from moving forward. Okay. But I feel like you guys are being called on to connect to source. All right. You guys have a challenge put before you, and you're being called on to connect to source. All right. And let it be from a place of love, from a place of guidance, from a place of understanding. All right. Because you're in some type of initiate phase, guys. All right. You guys are really being put to the test. All right. Because they want to see if you will persevere. All right. And part of that test is when you have that road blockage, when you have that obstacle put before you, do you call on your guides for clarity, for understanding, for guidance? Okay. And this is they want to connect, is what I'm getting. All right. They want to make the connection. All right. So that they can show you divine magic, so that they can show you miracles. Okay. So they can help you to prove to yourself and to others um, that you are more than capable. Okay. And that you are not going to throw in the towel. All right, so then now let's take a look at what tarot messages wants to come out. Thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Isis. What messages do we have from the angels for Pal 1? What messages do we have from the angels for Pal 1? Yes, so the theme for you guys, Pal number 1, is for you not to surrender. All right, some of you are maybe going through some challenges, some obstacles, some blockages. All right, but your spirit team want to see you through. All right, they want to see you through. And you guys have the Four of Cups. All right, and look at this. It says failing to recognize a magical opportunity, missing the point, the distractions of daily life, discontentment or boredom, lost in your own world. Wake up. All right, failing to recognize a magical opportunity. Yes, and you have the divine magic here. And oh my gosh, look at this. Like on this card, he just looks so discontent, and that's what the Four of Cups is, right? They're so distraught over, what's going on in front of them. They're not happy with the current circumstances or situations, that they don't take a moment. And this is just what I was saying, to acknowledge the angels, the spirit team, the help that is all around them. So, guys, you are definitely being called to make the connection. Make the connection to expect miracles. Yes, make the connection to expect miracles and to connect with divine magic. All right, and it's for I know, like, in the 3D world, this is so hard to fathom for a lot of people, right? It's so hard to understand that there is this dual reality that we have. So we have the physical and we have the spiritual, right? But we are always only caught up in the 3D and the physical. So for a lot of people, it's hard to fathom that on the other side, there's an angel right there with you. Even right now at this moment, whatever you're doing right now, there's an angel around you. There's a spirit guide around you. There's an ancestor around you. Always ask for those of love and light, right? And so this is what they want you to get used to. Power number one, they want you to get used to making that connection. All right, making that connection. And what was I saying earlier? Like, you can't just sit there and wait for things to come to you. I gave the analogy of someone wanting to catch a fish. I don't know why that came up, but if you wanted to catch a fish, like I said, you would have to go and catch that fish. You can't just sit there and wait for it to flop on the deck for you. Same here. Whatever discontentment he's experiencing, whatever um unsatisfaction, not being satisfied, whatever he's feeling right now, is not going to solve itself by just sitting there. Okay. And by him just sitting there. And this is what your angels want you to do. They're like, okay, look, these 3 cups aren't fulfilling you, but look, I have the 4th cup here. I have the one that you're looking for, the one that you're wanting, the one that's going to give you the joy and excitement that you are seeking, right? The one that's going to put you in the flow. All right. And so this is what you guys are being called to do. Power number one is to make that connection to your spirit team, make that connection to your angels. All right. They're saying call on them on a daily. It doesn't just have to be in a time of need. Okay. Write letters to them, journal to them, speak out loud to them. When you're at a stump and you don't know what to do next, call on them to get guide, aid, and assist you. All right. And you have another 4. You have the 4 of swords. All right. So that you can be at peace. Right. Look at this. You have the peace card here, and it says insights that come from meditation. All right. So this may be a call for you to, for some of you to, get into meditation practices or meditation habits. Okay. And it also says the need to rest or take a vacation. Allow yourself more time before making a decision. Mental exhaustion, get more sleep. Yes. Don't burn yourself out feeling like you have to do it yourself. Okay. This reading is an opening for you all to channel in the energy and these messages from your angels to begin making that connection. All right. Because you are put on this more difficult path because they want you to recognize them. This is why you are put on the difficult path, right? Because it's a form of a wake-up call. It's a form of a wake-up call for you. Even, the readings, not just my reading, if you're watching other tarot readers, the messages that you receive, they are wake-up calls for you. Just how I was saying earlier, the breadcrumbs. Okay, we have to know how, or not even know how, but we have to know when to follow the breadcrumb trail. All right, and you have the moon. All right, listen to your intuition and pay attention to signs from the divine. Look at this. And the moon is all about the unseen. Okay. And how I was just saying like a bit ago, like, for most people, it's hard to fathom the 3D and the spiritual, right? Because it's something of the unknown, right? And so a lot of times the unknown people don't take well to, because it's simply that, it's the unknown. So it's hard for them to grasp an idea or a idea around it, right, to help them to kind of like work with it and be in the flow with it. But this is what your angels want you to do. All right, they want you to listen to your intuition. Okay, pay attention to the signs sent from them. All right, you're going through unnecessary worry. Let go of your fears. Revelations that will make everything clear. And they are going to be there to illuminate what all has not or can't be seen. All right, they are there to illuminate what is there that can't be seen. All right. Um, Without the moon at night, in most places, the sky is really dark, but the moon comes through and it illuminates, and you have a bit more clarity than what you would if it was pitch dark. And this is what your angels want to be able to provide to you, a bit more clarity. All right. Trust in divine magic. Expect miracles. Trust in miracles. Believe in miracles. Okay. It's what they're saying. All right, and then we have the Seven of Cups. And I love this showing up because the Seven of Cups, it could be read, as either a card of confusion or a card of opportunities. And I feel like in this particular case, this is a card of opportunity for you. Okay, because what happens with the Seven of Cups? Well, what happens when you allow yourself to trust your intuition and be in the flow and make that connection with your guides is where you once were confused, okay, well, what options or what choices you had, you gain a sense of clarity around it. All right, so this is what they want you to know. Right now I'm getting like there's, for some of you, there's like blurred vision, right? Like I say, some of you may be aspiring to do something new, or create something new, something, being ambitious in some type of way, right? But you might not know the exact path to take, or the exact steps to take, right? And I'm getting maybe even being all over the place and not necessarily being in the flow. And so this is what your angels want to come through to do. They want to come through to provide you the clarity so that you can be in the flow. And so that this I'm getting disorganized here with the Seven of Cups. I got disorganized came through. A disorganization of thoughts. Okay. They want to come through to remove that so that you can see more clearer, and those obstacles can be removed for you. All right. And obstacles don't have to be concrete. Obstacles could be your frame of thought. Okay. It could be your own mind getting in your way. Okay. It could be your own belief patterns getting in your way. And they want to come through and illuminate the path for you. Okay. And make things clear again. All right. But they want you to make the connection. All right. And I'm getting that meditation may be good, a good way or a good source for some of you to make that connection. Okay, so whether you're doing angel guide meditations, whether you're doing spirit guide meditations, ancestor meditations, something that's going to help you to make the connection. Okay, and I'm telling you, when you make the connection, just like that card says, you can expect miracles, because it's gonna be like everything that you were, the answers that you were wanting are going to start to come through for you. Okay, it's what I'm getting. So now, lastly, I pulled the angelic activations card for each pal, and so we'll see which angelic activation you all have. And this is going to help you to not only connect with the messages from this reading, right? But it's also meant for you to connect to your light source being. All right. And so you guys have this image, and it is Archangel Uriel showing up for you. And it says it's going to be okay. Yes, clarity, clarity. All right, it is going to be okay. These obstacles that's in your path, these roadblocks that you're experiencing, it is going to be okay. All right. And it said, the message says, no matter what's happening, it's going to be okay. Everything is working out for you. The angels of light are shining upon you, your situation, and anyone involved. If you are feeling overwhelmed or anxious, know this is a reminder of how much you care about things turning out well, and they will turn out well. Okay. And the activation is, thank you, Uriel, for helping me trust in the process. All right. So you might want to write this quote down and say it daily. Okay. With Uriel showing up in this message for you, Archangel Uriel, this might be the angel who is there to aid you during this specific times. Okay, because archangels, they show up when they're needed. They show up when we need them the most. And so with Archangel Uriel coming in, this might be the one that you would want to make a connection with. And once again, the activation is, thank you, Uriel, for helping me trust in the process. All right, trust in the process that everything is going to be okay, that you are on this difficult path for a reason, and that the reason is perseverance. Okay, perseverance, hope, and faith. All right, is what I'm getting. All right, and I'll let you look at the image again. All right, and the activation. All right, pal number one, that has been your reading. Really hope you enjoy. If so, please be sure to give me a thumbs up as well as to subscribe to the channel. All right, and also feel free to leave comments if any of this resonates with you as well. Until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pal number two. So, this is your image. All right. And the message is talismans of potency. And it says, sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and attention, helping you heal the split between spirit and matter, bringing physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with the sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as a part of your spiritual practice. All right. And so, with this, I do get that pal number two may be already a spiritual pal, someone who does dive in or who does work with different type of spiritual modalities. Okay, and so I'm getting that you are being called to enhance those practices. Okay, you are being called to enhance those practices to make an even further connection to source. Pal number two. All right. So whatever that may be for you all, I'm getting crystal work. All right. So some of you may work with crystals. Okay. Some of you may do ritual magic or work with the ancestors, is what I'm getting. Okay. Talismans are usually something that is of matter that we use to connect to the spiritual realm. Okay, so you could wear, I'm getting certain type of necklaces to help cleanse your energy, or to help keep you protected, to help raise your vibration. All right, necklaces, bracelets, some type of jewelry. All right, some of you may be connected with. Okay, um, so whatever it is that you are um, working with, pal number two, like I say, I am getting that you are being called to enhance your practices. All right, those talismans of potency. So there's this calling that you have the ability to have even stronger connection than what you do at the moment. All right. So that is the message that came in with that card. But now let's go ahead and see what oracle messages you have, okay? And so this is an angel's messages reading. So we're going to start off with an angel number message, okay, from your angels. And you guys have 6. Okay, and it says I am nurturing. Okay, and it says your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer and have a great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self sacrifice and a protector of those you love. All right, so you guys have a very nurturing soul. All right, you guys have a very nurturing soul, and part of your gift is to help others to heal, and that could be part of the spiritual work that you do. All right, that could be one of the spiritual modalities that you are interested in. Things such as crystal work. All right, I keep getting crystal work. Um, that's part of your calling. All right, because you are here to help to not only nurture yourself in this lifetime, pal number 2, but to help nurture others as well. All right, so if you see the number 6, know that that is a sign that your angels are communicating with you. So in times of doubt or not feeling too sure about, let's just say, your healing capabilities or you being able to assist others, call on your angels for a sign. All right. Call on your angels for assistance. Call on them for guidance. All right. So, however, the number 6 resonates with you or shows up for you in the future, take that as a sign that your angels are trying to communicate to you. All right. All right. And you've been pulling yourself out of dark places since you were a child. You were built for anything. Yes, healing. You guys are built healers. All right, it's what I'm getting. So for those of you who were once in tough spaces that stem from childhood, it's almost as if um, I'm getting, you had to grow up faster than you should have or that you would have liked. Okay, so you may have been in situations where you had to become an adult quicker. All right, because situations and circumstances wouldn't allow for you to enjoy childhood. All right, I'm getting to having to take on the responsibility as an adult, as a child for some of you. All right, and this is what has fed your ability to be able to be a nurturer, because you have been doing it for so long, even in times where you didn't necessarily want to do it. You have been doing it. All right, I'm picking up someone who was responsible for siblings. Okay, someone who had to take on a parental role at an early age, okay, to help out with the household, to help out based on what was needed of them at that time, regardless of what their age was. All right. So you have this innate ability to be a nurturer because you were kind of put in those circumstances at a very young age. All right. But I feel like, well, I don't feel like, Spirit is telling me that it was all meant to help you to grow, okay, to grow on a soul level. All right, even though you didn't understand it then, and you probably don't fully understand it now, there may even be resentment around it. It was all part of your soul journey and your soul growth, okay? To give you that nurturing ability to learn how to nurture yourself at an early age so that you can help nurture others in the later phases of life. All right. And then you do not owe your side of the story to anyone. It is not your responsibility to correct any misconceptions or validate any rumor that has your name. All right. I love this. This is, you don't need to seek validation. Okay. As this card the first card says you've been pulling yourself out of dark places since you were a child. So you've been doing this, pile number two. Okay, so there are no answers that's needed to be given to anyone in regards to whatever the circumstances, whatever situations you are put through, because I'm getting you're built for this. All right, so there's no explanation needed. Okay, you are who you are because you have a spirit team that works alongside you who is helping you through soul ascension. Okay, and through being able to transmute energies. All right, and not just for yourself but for others. And so I'm getting now, I'm getting a first, initially I was picking up crystal work. Now I'm getting herbal work. So some of you may like to work with herbs. Okay, you may not work with them yet, but you may have an interest in working with herbs in some type of way. For those of you that it resonates with, this is a form of healing as well. All right. So, whatever path that you're on right now, pal number two, there is no explanation needed to anyone about the choices that you make. Okay. There's no explanation needed. It's not your responsibility to try to get someone or to paint an image or a view of yourself to someone who doesn't get the picture, because it's not meant for them to get the picture. It's not meant for them to have an explanation. It's meant for you to continue on your journey of being nurtured, to nurture, to be nurtured, and to be able to nurture. Okay, look at this. It is ordained. What is, like, this is what I was saying. Like, you guys have a calling. Like, what you went through, more specifically in childhood, was for growth. All right. It was for you to get to the point in the phase that you are in now in your life, pile number two. And this card comes out saying it is ordained. So even though you might not have understood life's challenges, life situations back then, and like I said, for some of you, maybe even now, it's because it is ordained for things to play out the way they have been playing out. And it is for the greater good of all, including yourself. All right. And the card says, trust in the process of life, dear one. The angels want to remind you that everything happens for a reason, even if it may not always be clear. Oh my gosh. I said this before even pulling out the card. This is how I know, like, your angels are really channeling their messages through to me. Because everything this card has said or is saying, I previously just said. All right. So just know or just understand that even when it doesn't always make sense, it's okay. All right. It is okay. And they just want you to know that everything is okay. All right. The path that you're on is a path strictly for you. All right. It is a path that is strictly for you, and it needs not be explained to anyone. So we live in this 3D world, right? And for us who get called to do spiritual work or to be of spiritual service, there's not a lot of us, right? And so let's just say we're outnumbered with the people who are stuck with 3D way of living and 3D way of being. So when we tend to want to branch off, right, and go and, dive into the spiritual self or the spiritual understanding, we kind of, you kind of almost want to, it's like walking on eggshells, right? Because you don't know how others are going to take to you saying that you're into studying crystals, or you're into studying tarot, or you're into whatever spiritual modality it is that you're into, right? And this is why this card comes up. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. This is your path. You have a calling on you. All right. You have a calling on you um, for spiritual and soul ascension. And this is why at the beginning of the reading, I was getting the message that they want you to dive deeper. They want you to make a stronger connection because they're saying that there's more on the other side that you haven't even seen yet. And it's ordained for you to be on this life path. All right. And you have confidence. All right. And it says strength, balance, prepared, and tranquil. And what I'm getting for this is that you can do both. All right. Myself, I work with my spiritual modality of tarot reading. I have a separate schedule for that. But I am also a mom, a wife. I have a full time job, right? So I have to know how to balance my spiritual practice with my 3D form of living, right? Um, I don't have the ability to just do this full time, and it's because it's not meant for me to. You know, if there will be a time when it is meant for me to fully full-fledged dive into this and this will be my, main priority, then that time will come when spirit says it's time to come. But in the meanwhile, I have to have balance, right? I have to have balance in what I do. Okay, so it does exist to where you can live your day to day in and out life and still gain your spiritual lessons, okay, or still engage in spiritual practice that's going to bring you even more closer to source and open up and reveal to you even more what your life purpose is, okay? And it's all about following those breadcrumbs, and it's all about having the confidence that you can do so. All right, your angels want you to have confidence, all right, that you can do whatever it is that you put your mind to. All right, and there is a such thing as merging physical with spiritual. Okay, and I even think in this talismans of potency mentioned something. Oh, it did say something about that. And it says, you are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help your own healing and enjoyment of the material world as part of your spiritual practice. Yes, merging the two. All right, merging the two. So, whatever interests you all have, pile number two, um, to connect with whatever spiritual modality that you are interested in, you're being strongly encouraged to do so. It's actually, it's almost like you won't be able to get away from it with the it's ordained card popping up here, right? So it's like it's in your destiny, it's in your fates, right? It's in the cards, as they say. But they want you to be able to walk that tightrope of being able to merge the two. All right. And myself, I am a prime example of that. I have to merge myself with the two every day. All right. And especially when you realize the more awakened that you become, you begin to realize the less people that are actually awake or awoke, however you say it, you know? And so it takes a lot of effort to find that balance sometimes. Okay. So this is what you're being called to do. Have confidence that you are capable of working whatever spiritual practice this is that you are interested in. Okay. And that you can still live your day to day 9 to 5, right? Oh my gosh, guys. And you have a spirit relationships. And it says intuition, connection, signs, inspiration. Yes. You guys are definitely being called to make the connection. You guys are being called to make the connection. I keep being called to this it's ordained card. It's like, yeah, it's time. It's like what it's saying. It now is the time. All right, now is the time. Everything that has been a part of your life that has led up to this point has been for a reason. All right. And now it's time for you to make the connection to get more of an understanding for those reasons. All right. You guys have followed the breadcrumbs. I like to, say that a lot in my readings, the breadcrumbs, because there's always going to be that sign, that connection, that circumstance that shows up in your life as a gateway to the next step, right? And it's all a matter of whether or not we pay attention to those signs, symbols, and those synchronicities. All right. And so now, pal number 2, you are definitely being called to pay attention to those things, because you're on a healing journey for yourself, and you're on a healing journey for others, to be able to help nurture. I'm getting help nurture the souls of others. Okay. Those who may have come from the same broken situations or circumstances or relationships, but were not able to fully pull themselves out like you were. Okay. So now let's see what tarot messages want to come through for you. So thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Isis, for ushering in the angels to see what other messages they have for pal number 2. All right. What other messages for pal number 2? Yeah, they're saying to not be afraid to explore. All right, and look at this. We have the 10 of air, which is also the 10 of swords showing up here. And I love this. It gives this image almost of like, I'm getting like Harry Potter with the cloak here, and almost like the similar hairstyle maybe. So some of you may be Harry Potter fans, but like this person is ready to walk out the door into a new life, right? So it's like, but the swords are still in the little basket here. So he's like leaving the dead weight behind. Okay. And this is what you are being called to do, pal number 2. Okay. Is to leave dead weight behind. All right. And just look at the beautiful sunny day with the flowers and the clear sky waiting for him, right? It's like a new, walking into a new version of yourself, is what I'm getting for you all. Walking into a new version of yourself. All right. Um, what else do we have? And what I'm also getting with that too, pal number 2, is that this 10 of swords is normally like painful endings, right? And what I'm getting, I'm connecting it with the you don't owe your side of the story to anyone. I'm connecting that with this 10 of swords energy, because sometimes in life when we're going through our awakening, right, or we're just diving deeper into our spiritual self, sometimes we have to leave those behind who are stuck in the 3D, the non-believers, right? Is what I'm going to call it. The non-believers, those who don't believe that there's something on the other side, those who are okay with just believing that what you see here in the 3D is all what you get. And sometimes you have to, you know, stray away from those people, because those people are stuck in the matrix, right? They're stuck in the matrix, and so they can't see further beyond what the 3D eye sees. All right. And so 10 of swords, like I say, painful endings. Sometimes it's hard to know that you have to walk away from people who don't share the same belief system as you do, right? But that's okay, because not everyone is meant to be on our paths the whole way, right? Some of them are only there for a spell, right? And so it's so spirit is saying, your angels are saying, it's okay to distance yourself. All right, it's okay to distance yourself. Is what I'm getting, and you don't have to let go of people completely. But this is why they gave me the word distance. It is okay to distance yourself. Oh my gosh, look at this. You guys have the 10 of water, which is also the 10 of cups. And it comes up right after the 10 of swords. So, and what I'm getting to, because you see how there's like a little family here in this card, I'm getting you will find like minded people. You will find your soul tribe when you leave behind the unnecessary baggage, right? So it's like this door that he walked through, right? Leaving the swords behind, leaving the unnecessary baggage behind, right? Got his little luggage there. And the sunny day that he can see on, through the door leads him to an actual sunny day, right? 10 of Cups is all around fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, right? And like I say, I'm getting with this particular 10 of Cups, like you will find true peace and happiness with the right people. Because you see how here it's just him, and then on this one there's a family. So you will find, and it doesn't have to be romantically, or even a family, but you will find the right soul tribe. Okay, you will find the right soul tribe. How number two. Okay, this could be friend circles, social circles. All right, you will find the right tribe. All right, so you won't have to feel burdened or sad about the old version of your life that you're leaving behind. All right, you're going to find people who are like-minded. Okay, people who want to make create spiritual relationships, people that are in tune with connecting to the universe and connecting with source. All right, and you've made it to this point. Pile number two, this timing is the right timing for you. This is your moment. Is what I'm getting. This is your moment, guys. And look at this. We have the Nine of Water, which is also the nine of Cups. So this is a wish fulfillment card, right? And it even says in the card, wishes come true, your dreams become reality, a magical time of life, good fortune, faith in the universe that all will be well. And this is all because you're going to follow your gut instinct, pal number two. And I felt like this was a spiritual pal from the beginning, but you guys are really following your breadcrumbs. You really are following the breadcrumbs that the universe has been leaving behind for you. Okay, since childhood, is what I'm getting. They were preparing you for this moment since childhood. Pal number two. And you may not have understood it. I'm going to keep repeating this. You may not have understood it back then, and maybe not even now. But hopefully, this reading gives you a little bit more clarity that it has been ordained. And this is why everything has played out the way it has played out. All right. Um, Let me tell you something, pal number two. It is just like not gonna get any better. So you have two tens and you have two nines, duality, right? You can coexist with the spirit world. You can't enjoy 3D form of living while engaging into spiritual practices. You guys have the Nine of Pentacles, enjoying the fruits of your labors, hard work that has led to a luxurious life, buying yourself something special, happily and successfully self-employed, enjoying your solitude. You guys are going to build something. Pile number two, whatever spiritual modalities you guys are into and you're being called to take it to the next level, it's because you are meant to be self-efficient with this. All right, you are meant to build an empire with this. So just trust in the process. And for those that don't have faith or believe in what your vision is, it's okay, pile number two, to leave those people and those situations behind. You're the visionary. You are the visionary because it has been ordained for you to be as such. All right. But it's like you have to leave the old version of yourself behind. Look at this. After this 10 of air or 10 of swords, everything else is positive. You got the 10 of cups, the 9 of cups, the 9 of pentacles right after this 10 of swords. All right. And so tens are endings. All right. And then you end one thing to begin something new, to begin something fresh. All right. And it is going to bring you wish fulfillment. It is going to bring you contentment. It is going to bring you happiness. So you're being called to have confidence, pal number two, that you are more than capable of whatever it is that you're putting your mind to do at this time. You are more than equipped. You have been being prepared for this since childhood. Okay, it's what I'm getting. Since childhood, you have been being prepared for this. It is ordained. All right. So that just almost guarantees success for you if you continue to seek whatever, or not even seek. Let's just say if you continue to follow the breadcrumbs. All right. Because I'm getting this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning for you, pal number two. All right. So lastly, I did pull an angelic activations card. And this card is going to be to help you connect and resonate with the energies and with the messages that has come from this reading. Okay. And then also for you to connect to your own personal light language. Okay. To open yourself up to receive. Okay. And download these messages as they are intended to be downloaded. All right. And so then this is the card you got. There's the image, and you have healing rays. Healing is not linear. All right. And it says healing happens today, not tomorrow. Angels of healing are surrounding you at this time. And in order to support their mission of guiding you to a state of wholeness, it's essential for you to move out of resentment and regrets and into a state of trust. Oh my gosh, what did I say earlier? I said some of the things that some of you may have went through, especially in early childhood, there may still be a feeling of resentment that is lingering. All right. And this is what your angels are here to do. They're help to guide you. Well, first give you understanding. Okay. Give you understanding. All right. So it's like following those breadcrumbs so that you can gain the clarity, the insight that you need for the understanding. All right. So that you can move out of resentment and regret and into a state of trust. All right. And it says, trust in the higher powers that are surrounding you now. They are on your team, working with you, for you, and through you. Yes, pal number two. You guys are healers. You guys are healing, and you are meant to help heal others. Okay. And the activation is I support my own experience of healing. You don't need to answer to anyone. Pile number two. You don't need to answer to anyone. All right, so that is your activation. I support my own experience of healing. Okay, maybe you say this daily as a morning affirmation, evening affirmation, just to help yourself to continue to activate. All right, as it is your calling to do so. You have been ordained to do so. Power number two. All right, so that is all I have for you. Power number two. Really hope you enjoyed. If so, please be sure to hit the like button as well as to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose power number three. So this is your image. All right, and the message is Serpents of Fire. And it says, do not assess your current ability based on past standards, as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful now than you have been before. You need to learn afresh what you are capable of, and Isis helps you now. All right, that is a pretty strong, powerful message coming through for you, pal number three. All right, so I heard New year, new you. Pile number 3. That is what I heard when I was reading the card. New year, new you. Let go of the past. All right. Set new and higher standards for yourself. Okay. And those standards could be any of new relationship standards. And I'm hearing even boundaries. Okay. New career standards, new personal growth standards, new emotional growth standards, new standards. Okay. You are not the past. The past is not you. Okay, it's what I'm getting. Allow a newer version of yourself to step forward. Okay, step out of the dark into the light. Okay, it's what I am getting. Step out of the dark and into the light. You are stronger and more powerful now than you have been before, and that is because those things that were put in your path or on your path was there to do so, to make you stronger. Okay, not to break you, but to make you stronger. So your angels want you to step into that new version of yourself, to believe in yourself. Pile number 3 is what I'm getting. Okay. So now let's see what Oracle messages has come out for you. And this is an angel messages reading. So we will be starting with the angel number message. All right. And you guys have 111. All right. And it says, I am creative. Yes, believe in yourself and believe in your abilities. Pile number 3. And the message is, angels are ready to fully support you in this endeavor so that you can co-create with the universe a life you love. Yes, this is really screaming to me that you need to believe in yourself. Pile number 3. So, whatever you want to venture into, whatever you want to venture out on, the angels in the universe has your back. All right, they have your back. 111. So some of you may see this number recurring a lot. And if you do, it is because those are the little breadcrumbs that your angels are dropping for you. All right. So pay attention to what is going on at that time, what is going on in the physical matter, what thought are you having at that time, what idea came through for you at that time. All right, because you guys are meant to venture out onto something that is, I'm getting something that you have a spark for. Some of you have a spark for something. All right, but you may be holding yourself back. All right, due to past situations and past circumstances. All right, or due to past lower standards you had set for yourself. Your angels are saying to raise the bar higher. All right, that's what's coming through. They want you to raise the bar higher. All right, so let's see what other messages you have. And it says, the only way to win with a toxic person is not to play. Yes, love it. You are not your past. Pile number 3. Okay, and if your past involves toxic people, then this is the time for you to step away. Okay, to no longer play the game. All right, this is what your angels, to no longer play the game. All right, the only way to win with a toxic person, someone who's trying to keep you in their toxic energy, is to just exclude yourself from the game altogether. All right. And this is why I'm getting to raise your standards. Okay. Set the bar higher. Okay. And this is so that you don't have to feel like the level of toxicity that you may be surrounded by. Um, so you don't have to feel that you are a part of that, or that that is a part of you. To set yourself um, your standards higher so that you can remove yourself from the equation, remove yourself from the game. Okay, and this just doesn't have to be romantically, this doesn't have to be with a relationship, this could be with friends. Okay, this could be with family, and this could be with the work environment that's toxic. Okay, toxicity comes in different shapes and forms. Okay, and it's a form of disguise that's usually used. Okay, a cover up so that you can't see that these situations are really wolves in sheep's disguise. All right, and so this is why your angels are saying to set the bar higher, set your standard higher. Okay, so that you can not only remove yourself from these situations and circumstances, but to believe in yourself, in your own abilities without the attachments. All right, is what I'm getting. 111, I am creative. Okay, and your angels are fully ready to support you in this journey. Okay, of you wanting to raise the standards for yourself. So if you know that you're in situations that's not good for you, and that you want to do better. Okay, living situations, job situations, friendship situations. If you know that you're in these situations and they're no good for you, and you want to do better, okay, then your angels are there to support you. Okay, ask them for the guidance that you need to help remove you from these situations. Okay, ask them for the insight, ask them for the clarity. Okay, because they are there to guide you. And even in the Serpent of Fire, Goddess Isis card, and it says Isis helps you now. Okay, so whoever of you works with Goddess Isis, call on her as well at this time to help you out of these situations. All right, and it says, have you forgotten that you've survived every onslaught of darkness and fought through hell to get here? Yes, this is you recognizing your power. Okay, recognizing the endurance that you have. Okay, so that you don't have to feel stuck. Okay, the card says, have you forgotten that you survived every onslaught of darkness? Meaning that this isn't your first rodeo, pal number 3. This is not your first rodeo. And your angels want you to dig into that vault of yours, that internal vault of strength and power and resilience. Okay. And pull yourself out of whatever situation you feel like you shouldn't be in right now. Okay. Whatever is not working for you right now. Whatever is blocking your creative abilities right now. All right, and I'm getting some of you may be at a dead end job that's not allowing room for growth. All right, you have so much potential, but this place that you're in is not allowing room for growth. All right, and your angels are saying that you are bigger than that, and they want this to be the year of new year, new you. All right, new year, new you. Set your standards higher. Set the bar higher. That's the theme or the focal point that they keep expressing to me. Set your standards higher. Set the bar higher for yourself. Pal number 3. All right, and we have allow change. Yes, this is very fitting, and it says embrace change and see it as an opportunity for growth. The angels want you to know that change is necessary for your evolution and expansion. Yes. Yes, guys, the change is necessary in order for your evolution and expansion. 111. I am creative. You have so much more to offer, and right now you are being, you're being like caged in the box, right? You're being caged in the box, and I'm picking up 8 of Swords energy, okay? Because being caged in a box, though it may seem like it is, the real deal in the 3D and the physical, but essentially it all is in the mind. It's all a mind state. You change the way you think, you change the way you respond, or you change your thought patterns, then you change your reality. Okay, 8 of Swords is just that. It's a mental blockage. All right. And some of you are feeling like, where you're at now, that's where you are supposed to be. And your angels are saying, no, you're not. Raise that bar a little bit higher and you'll see how far you can go. All right. It's what they're saying. Allow change. Okay. So don't be afraid to step into the unknown. Don't be afraid to change something about yourself or about your situation. All right. It's going to take you initiating that change, though, for your angels to fully come in and give you the support that you need. It's a act of initiation on your behalf that is needed first. All right. And I'm being drawn to the card again. The only way to win with a toxic person is to not play the game. Exclude yourself from the game. Okay, pile number 3. The game that others are, I'm getting cheating at. No one likes a cheater when playing games, right? Um, but, the game where they have the upper hand. Now it's time to create your own game. All right. And like I said, this isn't, whatever you're going through is not your first rodeo. You've had to endure through other things and you've pulled yourself out of them, and your angels want you to find that same stamina again. Okay, they want you to build upon and work with that same stamina again. All right, and we have Raphael Green. All right, and I love the green coming through here. It just screams abundance, and it says love, travel, human vitality. Yes, and with this, I feel like it's like getting your life force back. Pile number 3. It's time to get your life force back. All right, to do things that you love to do, whether that's travel, whether you were someone who is normally and naturally humorous and had a sense of um, life about you. Right, it's time to regain that about yourself. Okay, and we have Haniel Silver. All right. And this is number 4. And it says, Goddess, psychic, sacred, and proud. Yes. And this is why it is going to be important to you, for you, pile number 3, to remove or exclude yourself from situations or circumstances that are not for you. Because with the Haniel Silver, what I'm getting is that those situations or circumstances are only dimming your light. Okay, with this goddess, psychic, and sacred, and proud coming up in this card, you guys have a really strong aura to you and a really strong presence to you. Okay, that is meant to not only illuminate the path for yourself, but illuminate the path for others. And right now your light is being dimmed. You're not living in or expressing your creative power. Power number 3. All right, and what God is psychic coming up, like I said, even in the Serpent of Fire card that came out, it says Goddess Isis helps you. Okay, so she is a goddess that works with you. You may work with her, and you have this innate um, goddess energy within you. Okay, but you're not living through it, and you're not being fully able to express it right now. Okay, angels are ready to fully support you support you in whatever endeavor you want to expand on. All right, but there are some blockages that's like kind of in your way. They're not fully in your way, but they are in your way, and you're meant to navigate around them. All right, don't play it small. All right, they're saying if you're gonna go for it, go for it. So whatever this is for you all, they say don't play it small. If you're gonna go for it, go for it. All right. So now let's see what tarot messages wants to come out. So thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Isis, for ushering in the angels to deliver these messages. And what is it that they want pile number 3 to know? All right. So it's okay to allow change. Pile number 3. You don't have to feel, I'm getting, you don't have to feel stuck because you're not stuck. The ball is in your court. All right, is what they're saying. Um, they want you to find life vitality again. All right. Some bridges have been burned in the past. All right. And you're being called to mend those bridges for whoever that resonates with. All right. Mend, someone has to mend some bridges. Okay. Because it's part of your recovery, it's part of your healing. All right, so that you can step back into what you are capable of. All right, and you have the Five of Wands or the Five of Fire here. Okay, and it says conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Walk away from drama unless the situation is really worth your time. Then stand up for yourself. And very ambitious people. Yes, this is what this was said. Walk away from the game. Okay, walk away from unnecessary drama. All right, and like I say, this can be in whatever shape or form this drama is showing up in your life. Pile number 3. All right, this is what your angels are calling on you to do. Okay, believe in yourself, stand up for yourself. Okay, and don't participate in any unnecessary drama caused by other people. Okay, toxic people, toxic situations, toxic environment. All right, they want to help you usher in the light. They want to help bring in abundance. All right, they want to give you your life force back because I'm getting that it's been like sucked dry from you, from these toxic situations. Your life force has been sucked dry from these toxic situations. And you guys have the dreamer, okay, which is also the fool. And it says, a new start, trust yourself, push your fears aside, and take a leap of faith. All right. So walking away, what did I say? Starting a new game, walking away from other people's game and starting a new game, the dreamer. All right. Let your ambitions push you forward. All right. So whatever it is that you guys may be aspiring to, or whatever it is that you may be dreaming about, something that you want to do other than what you're doing now, allow for that energy to flow in to you and through you so that you can see the way. And that way is what's going to help to remove you from the toxicity that may be surrounding you at this time. All right. Always, like I say, misery loves company, guys. And we have to remember to, when it's time to separate ourselves from those situations. And even if you don't separate yourself physically, right, in a physical sense, you can for sure separate yourself in a mental sense, in an emotional sense, and especially an energetic sense, right? Not giving them that energy in return. Okay, not feeding into their energy, their negative energy, and giving it back to them. Okay, learning to live from a place of light. And when I say that, learning to live from a place of light, we have the sun that has come up. All right, so you guys radiate from the inside this source of light. Okay, you guys have a light source connection, is what I'm getting. All right, but right now, like I was saying earlier, that light has been dimmed. All right, it has been dimmed by others. All right, so you're being called to step into your light, to raise the bar. Pile number 3, raise your standards and don't feel like you have to succumb to the situations or the environments that you are in. All right. Your angels are saying just a little bit of hope and faith goes a long way. All right. And remember, they are ready to fully support you. Okay, they are ready to fully support you during this time. All right. Let's see what else. What else? And I'm looking at the sign. So one of the messages here, it says plans that work out perfectly. And so this just, ties back into what I was saying, that you need to make the initial step, right? Make this initial step for change. And when your angels and your spirit team see that you are being proactive in this change that you want to call about, that's when their full support really comes through. Right. So then all of the right opportunities come up, all of the right people come up, all of the right situations come up that's going to lead you to where you eventually want to be. Right. But you have to show that you want to start making those changes. Okay. And you have the high priestess. All right. So this is definitely following your intuition, allowing yourself to be led, okay, by spirit. Okay. Allowing yourself to fully indulge in what the soul's desire is. Okay. And to trust in the process when doing so. All right, because you have three major arcana cards that came up after this Five of Wands conflict card. All right, so this is just saying, this is just showing me how powerful you are on a soul level. Power number 3. Okay, because you have this conflict card here, which is other people's drama and other people's mess. And then it's followed by the dreamer, the sun, and the high priestess. So this is your, like I was saying earlier, this is your light has been dimmed by other people's toxicity. All right. And the only way to play their game is to not play it. And it is to move on. It is to um, have change, expect change, want change, initiate change. All right. And when you initiate that change, power number 3 is when your angels and your spirit teams, they're going to come through full fledged, because at that point they will know that you are ready for the next step. They will know that you're serious about taking the next step, making the next step. Okay, because we can say everything that we want all day long to ourselves in our head, but don't put forward concrete action towards doing it, and it doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, it's all just a thought. So your spirit team, they want you to actually be proactive. Okay, they want you to be proactive with whatever change it is that you want to bring about. Okay, and when they see that you're serious about this next step, it's when they usher in all of the many blessings that they have for you in order to support you during this time. All right, and I keep hearing this is not your first rodeo. You've been down a road like this before. All right. And so maybe some of you, with now what I'm getting with that message is that some of you keep putting yourselves back in these situations because you haven't raised your standards. So because you haven't raised your standards, you will notice that you may tend to navigate back towards or pull in the same people that you got away from before, because you haven't raised your standards. You haven't raised your vibration. You haven't raised your energy. And so your angels are saying, if you want better, you do better. All right. And this is in terms to however the glove fits in your life. Okay. If you want better friends, then you have to raise your vibration to not attract the same type of friends that you were trying to get away from. Raise your vibration so that you can attract the right job, so that you don't have to be in the one that's not, working for you. Raise your vibration so that you can attract the right home. So it's all about inviting in change on a energy and a vibrational level. Okay. because you have the ability to do that with these the dreamer, the sun, the high priestess. You guys are fully capable of tapping into that type of manifestation. All right, but you kind of it's like the wrong crowd. Like I'm getting like, you know how growing up sometimes you know, not for everybody, but some, you know, most people, they end up in the wrong crowds even though they're good people, and then these things happen and it's kind of like wrong place, wrong time type of ordeal. um but this is essentially this. It's like you guys have so much potential but are always encircled by the wrong crowd. And this is why your angels want you to set yourself apart and now create your own game. All right, create your own game with your own rules and your own directions on how this is going to go. So you're no longer playing in someone else's um, playing field. All right. So, lastly, what I did was I pulled an angelic activation card for each pal. So, we'll look at the one that came up for you. And this angelic activation is going to be to help for you to connect with and resonate with the messages that came out in this reading. Okay. And also to help you to activate and connect to your own light language. Okay. So that you can be even more open and receptive to not only receive these messages from this reading, but to also be able to receive messages ongoing from your angels and from your spirit team, okay, as they're helping you along this path. Remember, 111, I am creative. You have something to offer. Power number 3, you have something to offer. And so your angels are trying to help you get there. So now we'll see well, this is the actual um, card that came out for you. So that's the image. And it is seraphim. And it says divine compensation. All right. And it says, all the good you have done is blessing your pathway. When you do good, take in love and action, and share without hesitation, you build a powerful energy field that will protect and guide you on your way. Yes, what did I just say? Raise your vibration, right? Raise your vibration so that you can attract the type of energy that you really want to attract and not get stuck with the past energy that hasn't been working for you. Okay. And it says, all the generosity and kindness you have shared in your life is now coming back in a miraculous wave of light to lead you toward your next phase. This is the law of divine compensation. Okay. And the activation is, my own goodness attracts good things, opportunities, and experiences. Oh my goodness. This is just what I just said. Like, you're raising your vibration. Okay, it's going to bring all of those things to you, the people to you, the opportunities to you, the experiences to you, right? So this is like double confirmation. And remember when I said, like, when you take that first step and you know, you initiate the process of showing spirit or showing your angels that you want better, then this is where they come in to fully support you. What do we have? It says divine compensation. All right, so raise your vibration, raise your energy, and everything else will follow. Power number 3. Okay, so that is all that I have for you today. Really hope you enjoyed the reading. If so, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button and also to subscribe to the channel. Also, feel free to leave comments on how these messages are resonating with you. Will really appreciate that. All right, and until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye bye.